Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mike Daniels here with another Minecraft video here on my Consolecraft series. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I've last recorded a video. I can't quite remember what happened in my last video, to be honest with you. I've been really busy over the past couple days, and I'm gonna go over a few things that happened. I think it happened on my last live stream. It might have happened in my last video. I don't quite remember, but we did manage to finish the enchanting room, well, the enchanting table anyway, so it now has full level 30 enchantments, as you can see by this little beautiful bookshelf library thing I got going on here. So with that, we also got some enchantments on some of our tools. We got our new Genesis blade here, sharpness 3, looting 2, and breaking 3. Hopefully soon we'll be able to get enough emeralds to be able to buy mending from our mending villager, so that would be fantastic. We also got a efficiency 4, fortune 3 axe, which I'm going to throw in my little tools chest here because I don't want to lose it if I die. And we got this Unbreaking 3, efficiency 4 silk touch pickaxe, which is pretty fantastic. And then we also got a fortune 3, efficiency 4 diamond pickaxe as well up here that I typically don't take with me whenever I go mining because I don't want to lose it, and I would much rather have the silk touch one because you can collect more material that way. So here's what the plan is for today's episode. I don't really have a whole lot planned as far as the base goes. I'm still trying to figure out a little bit what I want to do with this room and maybe outlining some more rooms of the base, because like I've said this probably about 1,000 times by now, but a lot of this base is going to be aesthetic, and I want to kind of focus on getting the bottom floor built before I worry about making what I'm going to make in the bottom rooms. So, and that actually needs to be changed, I think, to a top facing log. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that later. But I think it's the same on the other side too, though. I don't know why I did it that way. Yeah, I don't know why I did it that way. But anyway, so what I would like to do is, for the first part of this episode, one thing I really think would be kind of a necessary thing to do is I don't really have enough diamonds or levels to enchant a full set of diamond gear. So, in fact, let me see, because I'm not entirely sure on the numbers, let me see how much diamond gear I can actually build. Okay, so we actually do have enough for a full set of diamond gear. But, as you can see, that leaves me with really just 5 diamonds left, which to me is not enough to feel comfortable with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our strip mine for a 1-hour mining session, and then we are going to see how many diamonds we can get, how much, basically all bunch of materials we can get. And then from there, we'll figure out what we're going to do. So I'm going to do the mining session in a time lapse. I'm still learning my editing program a little bit, so I'm hoping that maybe we can do a little bit of a talk during this time lapse about some things. If not, then we will. Sorry about that. Bang! I'm moving my cat out of the way. Anyway, so we'll see if we can do a little bit of a chat during that time lapse. Otherwise, I'll just talk about what I want to talk about in the next video. But anyway, yeah, and then we'll figure out after that time lapse what we want to do as far as maybe mapping out a little bit more of this base. So, we're going to get started on that time lapse, and I will see you guys after it's over with. Alright guys, so during this time lapse, there's a few things I want to talk about. At the end of this episode, I kind of go into what I want to do for the future of this channel, as far as what's going to be coming in the next few weeks. And that's pretty exciting, so I won't spoil that yet. But there is one other thing I do kind of want to talk about. I'm not sure how much time this little talk's going to take. According to my editing program, this time lapse is going to take about 6 minutes for me to kind of talk at you. So, with that said, I kind of want to talk a little bit about. A few episodes ago, I did an episode where I talked about a little bit about life and um, who I am and what kind of led me to do YouTube and why it took me so long to actually really get motivated to do it. Not really so much motivated, but more, more make it my focus. And I do kind of want to kind of go back off of that and say that, I've been doing a lot of thinking over the past week, and there are just a lot of things in life that get in the way of things you want to do. Whether it be a busy weekend like I had this weekend, which is why this episode came out so late, or, just the fact that I have a kid and he's tiring, and, there's a lot that goes into trying to time manage, and that's something I personally am trying to work on. It's something that a lot of people I know need to work on, because time management is such a hard concept to get your head around. So, and I would like to make this channel more about life and stuff than about the games I'm playing. Because let's be honest, games like Minecraft are popular games. Most of you have probably played Minecraft. If you're watching this, you probably play Minecraft. Unless you're a family member or a friend who supported me watching these videos, which I do appreciate. But at the same time, you don't really care about what I'm doing in the game. You care because you're watching me, kind of thing. So I don't really so much want to focus on teaching people the game, showing people the game. I might occasionally mention what I'm doing and why for people who might be new to the game, or it might be something that I had to learn when I started playing the game. But I want this channel to be organic. I don't want it to be written. I don't want it to be done in such a way that everything feels like it's written, like I'm reading off a cue card. And I told this to a friend of mine who I was talking about with this the other day. To me, I want this to be real. I want this to be me. I don't want it to feel like I'm trying to force a personality on you that's not me. And I think that's important. I think I'm not saying all YouTubers, but I know that there are some YouTubers out there who I feel like put on a show, and it gets them views and it gets them popular, and that's their way they want to do it. That's fine. But for me, this is more of an outlet for me. This is more of a hobby, and it's not really a job. And even if it was a job, I wouldn't want to be fake, because I've always wanted to be the person that, if say you were to break out and become a big YouTube star, yada yada yada, why would you want people to believe you're something that you're not? So to me, it's kind of one of these things where I want to be me. I want this channel to be organic, and sure, for the Madden franchise I have planned, and later the WWE 2K19 franchise or not really franchise, I have the word franchise on my mind, but the league that I do, or the wrestling fed that I do for myself on the WWE games, is going to have commentary. And sure, that's going to take, takes and me learning how to properly call a wrestling match or properly call a football game, and because I want that to feel real, like it's me commentating a football game or me commentating a wrestling match. But for my Minecraft stuff, and for my my other games, I want it to be me. I want it to be a way for you guys to get to know me. And those are probably going to be the majority of what my channel are. Like, the Madden franchise is going to be a big one. I've always wanted to be a big Madden guy. And my wrestling games are going to be a big one. But those are going to be seasonal. And this is actually pretty funny. I talk about this later in the video. But this whole situation right here just gives me chuckle to watch. That's why I left it in here.
But yeah, so a lot of the games you see are going to be me doing dry runs of games, like for example Arkham Knight, which I mentioned later. It's I have never played the game before. In order to get my genuine reactions to a game, it's not going to be written in any way, and I want it to be real, and I want it to feel real for you, and I want you to feel like you get to know me, not a character. Now, the character stuff will be saved for the games where I'm doing commentary, stuff like that. But for everything else, like the Minecraft and the Arkham Knight and eventually Spider-Man, which I want to play, and I might eventually put God of War on this channel, Skyrim, Uncharted, I want it to be you guys hanging out with me while I play a game. That's what I want it to be. So, this time-lapse is about over with, and I will see you guys on the other side. Enjoy the rest of the video, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright guys, it's actually the next day after that mining session. I was pretty tired after I finished it. I was down there a while. I wasn't down there a full hour, but it was pretty late when I was recording it. I was pretty tired and I didn't really want to keep playing and be tired and be yawning the entire time in the headset, so I decided I would just call it a night and move on. Maybe take the time until I record this episode to really think about what I wanted to do for this episode, for the rest of this episode. So, I gathered a bunch of the stone, because I was going to start laying out the rest of, or not really the rest of, but more of the base. And as you can see, I'm still cooking up some stone in here. But, I have decided that first thing I'm going to do is make a few more chests, because it's the most amount of spruce, so we'll make some amount of spruce. I'm gonna make a few more chests because we are running out of space for them. So we will do a chest there and a chest here, and we'll put one right there. So right here, I'm going to start sticking all my stone stuff. Since this base is mainly made out of stone, I want to be able to make sure I have it all in one spot. So, here's what I decided we're going to do for the rest of this episode. We are going to go to the Nether, which is super exciting. I actually die quite a bit in the Nether, so I'm being a little bit sarcastic. And it looks like our armor's about broken as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw... And I also realized after I made the diamond boots that I already had diamond boots. So, yeah. That was a little bit of a mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a whole new set of iron armor. And boots. And then we'll put that right there. And we're going to wear iron armor to the Nether, mainly because I'm not doing anything in the Nether other than really just farming for some resources a little bit. To get, basically to gather some materials for the next build I want to do. Which is going to be pretty cool, I think, if it works. And hey, I finally found my boat. I actually thought I lost this boat, and I'm glad I just happened to come across it right now, because I was kind of afraid we lost Mr. Bun. But Mr. Bun is fine. And right over here is where we're going to be putting our Nether portal. I actually have plans for this island, obviously, but I need netherrack for those plans. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to light up the island, because otherwise things are going to be spawning here, and it's not going to be fun. I don't want to deal with that noise, so we are going to light this island up a little bit, so that nothing spawns here, and kills me when I come out of another portal. So, with that said, let's see if I can, it's been a while since I made another portal, let's see if I can remember how to do this. I know it's something like, we're at this sand right here, and then we'll do 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I believe it's 1, 2, 3. And then we'll drop a block of sand. Crap. I'll drop some sand right there. And then 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, I think should do it. That will indeed do it.
Guys, I think Mr. Buns is trying to escape. Why would you do this to me, Mr. Buns? Why would you try and leave? Why? Why would you leave me, Mr. Buns? I thought you loved me. Alright, guys. I'll see you in the Nether. Alright, guys, so here we are. Turns out that the spot we got right here coming off the bat isn't too bad of a spot for the inside Nether portal. So there's that. I mean, that's actually really cool, because that means that we don't have to worry too much about gas being right where we spawn. I also noticed that there are a few quartz blocks, like right here where we came in at. So I'm gonna pick those up real quick. But yeah, like you notice, like we're kind of in this like little cove right here. So depending on where I put other Nether portals, I might actually just end up turning this into my portal room for the fortress and the town for that area. Because as it turns out, this is actually really good. I mean, if the gas spawns over here, I mean, he'd be able to shoot in here. But I really don't think this is a horrible spot for a portal. In fact, I'm actually going to put this right here, because I don't want any gas to destroy my portal. So, yeah, so we're going to just kind of run around here and gather some Nether quartz and some Nether rack, which is... I don't really need the quartz too much for what I want to build, although it will help me get some levels, because quartz is really good for levels. So, while I'm doing this, I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about my plan for the island I put the Nether portal on in the regular realm. But outside the fortress. What I kind of want to do is do kind of like another rack, kind of like almost like the Nether is corrupting that area. Whoa, hello, there's a gas around here somewhere. There he is, and he's gonna start lighting stuff on fire. We're going to actually move over here so that way he doesn't blow up my Nether portal. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so this went badly quickly. Okay, so while I'm over here trying to collect myself from that ordeal, yeah, so I kind of want to turn this island like the Nether is bleeding through into this area. So kind of like the plan I have is to use some magma blocks, some Nether brick, some Nether rack, some black Nether brick. Oh, I'm not sure you can get black Nether brick on PS4. Or maybe that's not the word I'm looking for. Not black Nether brick, regular red Nether brick. Red Nether brick. I don't know if I can get that PS. I think I can though, because I think I have it on a different file on this system. I just saw a jungle tree in the distance over there. That was weird. Anyway, but yeah, like so. Yeah, I definitely want the Nether to be corrupting this area. I think that'd be kind of cool. Use a lot of like Nether-related blocks here, and like use fire for lighting as opposed to, or fire and glowstone as opposed to torches. I think it'd be kind of cool. Let's go back in and see if those gas are still there. I believe they are, but we're gonna put out some of these fires here. Yep, he still is. He's still here. Okay. I am not adept at fighting gas without a bow. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go get a bow. that's gonna be a thing we're gonna go do. So, I'm gonna go make a bow, and oh wow, that didn't end well for my another portal, but I'm gonna go make a bow and see about maybe finding a way to deal with these gas, and then I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, we are back. I have a bow, as you can clearly see. Deal with these stupid gas. There we go. So I don't have too many arrows though, so I don't know how long I'll be able to stay in the Nether. But, yeah, at least we have a way to deal with these gas now. We'll put out some of the fires they're causing. And all that good jazz. So, luckily a lot of this netherrack is still here, so I can use that. Because I'm going to need a lot of it probably. Alright, so let's go up here. But I would like to try to find some soul sand at some point before we head back. Because I would like to use some soul sand in that build as well. But, you know, we'll look at what we can get. I did. Okay. So, anyway, the reason that I'm struggling so bad with the Nether is actually was less prepared than I thought I was to be here. Usually I come after I get like an enchanted bow and a bunch of other stuff, and I didn't do that this time. And I actually didn't have a way to enchant a bow yet. So there's that. I didn't have the level to enchant a bow, rather. I didn't really think about it. And I actually usually don't play with mob griefing. So usually I don't have to deal with gas doing this. So yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to do some collections here in the Nether. Very similar to... I'm not going to do a time lapse on this one though. I'm going to just... You know what, gas just fire at me? It did. Fantastic. Alright guys, I'm going to deal with this, get some collection stuff done, and then we will start working on the island. Normally if I don't die right here, let's get in a safe spot here. This doesn't look safe. Let's go in here. That looks good. Alright, so I'm going to be in here crying inside.
Yeah. Alright guys, that got pretty crazy there for a few minutes. There were a lot of gas, and I wanted to cut my losses because I think we got a pretty good start for what I wanted to build. Alright, so the nether quartz we got from that was actually pretty sizable. Not enough to really do a whole lot with quartz like blocks, but it's a good start for quartz, I think. But the real thing I want to start this episode is, and I know it's going to be a while before a lot of this gets cooked. Actually, we're already starting to get nether brick, so that's actually pretty fantastic. But I know that nether brick also is really, really expensive to make from... Lost my train of thought. Back up. Nether brick is really expensive to make from... Nether brick blocks are expensive to make from nether bricks. So I'm not quite sure how much nether brick we're going to use in this. So let's see what kind of enchant we can get in this bow. I think this will be the first enchanting we've actually done in an episode. I think we did all the rest of the enchanting on my stream. So let's see. Power 4. I was really hoping for infinity. So you know what? Let's put fire protection on this. Fire protection 4 and breaking 4. I'm actually okay with that. How many levels we still got? We still got 31. So now what kind of chance can we put on this bow? Power 3. Well, let's see what we can get. I'm willing to risk it. We can put power 3 on this bow.
We got Infinity. Fantastic. I would like to have Unbreaking as well, but Infinity definitely works. So I've never actually really tried to do too much terraforming in this kind of way before. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how this is going to turn out and how it's going to look. I'm going to try and use the natural kind of shape of the island. So I won't be changing the natural shape of the island too much. I might build up some of like the under part of this island and maybe make it a little bit bigger. But I guess we're going to see. I guess this could be kind of cool to find out. But one thing I know I for sure want to do is at least get... Oh man, this is going to take forever. This is why you need an efficiency 4 diamond shoveler, buddy. This is why. So I think what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to replace a lot of what we just removed with netherrack. Of course, I don't want it to look too man-made, so we're going to try to do this a little bit random. What I really should have done, to be honest with you, is done the outline first, and then taken everything else out, but I think this will look okay. Because obviously we're not going to be able to replace every tile on every block on the island. It's going to be more or less it's going to be more or less just like a shell that we're going to be working on. So it'll be a lot like the inside will still be this island, but it's going to be like kind of an outside shell that's this island. And again, we're going to mix some, like if I don't want to do quite that much, but if we take out, let's do something like that. Like if we take out a few blocks here and there, we'll take that one, that one, that one, and like that one. You really gotta have taken out more than one. That's what I'm looking for. And then we can kind of like see how this looks. We throw in some nether brick. I don't know, I think it would look better if it was red nether brick. I don't know. I'll leave that like that for right now. We'll see how that looks whenever I'm done. But, yeah, so basically, like, all this is going to have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is pretty much going to be what I'm going to be doing for the next while. So let me get this finished up, and I will be back with you guys in just a few minutes.
Alright guys, we are back. It's been about an hour or so since I last recorded. I took a break to eat and watch a few YouTube videos. Get a drink, all that jazz. I think this episode's pretty much in the books here. But I do kind of want to show you guys what I did over here. I'm not wearing my Aqua Affinity boots, so we'll take the boat. And it's being complicated. So, I kind of started what I was going to do. I have a few resources on me still, but we're pretty much out for what I want to do.
well, you can kind of see what my plan is here, and obviously there's nowhere close to finish either, but I think this is going to be my next really big project I actually want to finish, like, as soon as possible, because I know that the fortress is going to be a while. But this one, I feel like we could get the resources to finish it, providing we can find another fortress, and get some quartz. So, because still not sure how I feel about these being the color that they are. I feel like red nether brick would look better. But I don't know. Maybe I might throw some obsidian in the ground here as well, which might make the regular nether brick look fine. But right now I'm not entirely sold on this. But kind of my plan for this island was I was just kind of replacing every bit of sand for now with netherrack on the outside, and then I'm replacing all the gravel with magma blocks. There's a whole other part of this island right here, right? So what I want to do is I want to eventually, and this will all be part of like the next series of episodes, I'll be doing this gradually, getting resources and yada yada yada. But eventually I want a bridge going from about this spot over to here, where I'm going to have, I'm thinking like a watchtower or some sort of something that would technically be part of the fortress that will also partially be corrupted by this nether island thing. And then I'm going to have another bridge going over to this that is kind of rickety and falling apart. And I may actually end up just getting rid of the water on this island entirely. By building up this island to be above water, about the same height as this island, a little higher. So that's kind of my plan. But anyway, as far as this episode goes, I think I'm going to call it. I have another episode I want to film of something, and it's getting late. And this episode of Consolecraft will probably come out before the new series starts. Probably tomorrow once this video comes out, because I still have to edit this one, and yeah. So that's going to be the end of Consolecraft for today. Tomorrow will be the new series. And then we'll kind of be bouncing back and forth between the new series and this series, and then next week another new series is going to start. So there's going to be 3 series on this channel. So that all starts, what is today? Today, I think now, it's 11 o'clock now, so it's still technically Tuesday. But this video that I'm recording right now will probably go up on Wednesday. So the new series will probably be out on Thursday, and then it'll be throughout the rest of the week and the weekend. It'll probably end up being Consolecraft and the new series, and then I'm hoping that next Tuesday will be the live stream for the start of my Madden franchise, which is going to be the 3rd series. We'll be streaming the preseason and the beginning of the season on Twitch, and then we will be doing the new series, this and Madden, all kind of at once. So I don't know what videos or what scheduling is going to look like for me for this channel as this goes on. I'm hoping to do at least 3 videos a week in general, total, at minimum. So it could very easily be you get 7 days of all of the series, or you might just get 3 episodes and 1 series might get left off that. Chances are, as weird as this sounds, if any of my series don't get posted for a whole week, it's probably going to be this one. Just because, like I said, this is more of a temporary series until Update Aquatic comes out. So I would rather focus on more recent stuff for me. Like the more recent content that I could bring out as far as the Arkham Knight, which is the new game. I wasn't going to spoil that, but I just did. Arkham Knight and Madden will probably be the primary focus of this channel moving forward for now. Once we're done with Arkham Knight, we might move on back to Consolecraft if Update Aquatic's not out more often. But I do know that if Update Aquatic comes out in the near future, that you'll get more Consolecraft because there'll be a whole new series. I'll still be doing Consolecraft on my Twitch, so if you still want to see Consolecraft, if there hasn't been an episode in a while, try checking out my Twitch streams, which I'll leave a link in the description, because that's probably where a lot of the gathering and updates for Consolecraft are going to happen once Madden and Arkham Knight get going. And okay, we planted all this, so I'm going to need lots and lots of paper for trading with villagers for emeralds, because I really need mending books. So anyway, yeah, so if you want to see more Consolecraft, definitely check out my Twitch channel. It's probably primarily where Consolecraft's going to be, starting probably next week. Except for like major build videos and major videos for new builds and updates for the actual like building aspect of it. Like, I don't plan on finishing this fortress exclusively on Twitch, but material gathering, going to the Nether, stuff like that will probably be done on Twitch. And the primary focus of this channel, probably starting on Thursday, will be Arkham Knight, and then starting next week will be Arkham Knight and Madden. So that's kind of my plan, guys, and I know I've kind of talked longer than I wanted to after I said I was going to call it an episode, but here I am going to call it an episode, so we will see you guys hopefully on Thursday with Arkham Knight. See you later.